Starfield has now been out for a few weeks, and since then the modding scene has already exploded with more than 4,000 mods. So with that, births our new series where I'll be covering as many noteworthy mods as I can possibly fit into these videos. So buckle up and get ready to go on this adventure with me as we explore the vast Starfield of modding week by week so you can keep up to date with everything this community has to offer. So welcome to week 1 of modding the Starfield with Heavy Burns. To start this video, we're going to make sure your player character doesn't look like a Starfield NPC. Because let's be honest, who wouldn't want to roleplay in Starfield as Arthur Morgan or Ryan Gosling? Well, thankfully modders have already created a bunch of character presets. Firstly, if you want to finally make your parents proud, you can play as Ryan Gosling. Or if you wanted to make your parents even more disappointed, you can become a space scoundrel Arthur Morgan. I guess if you want both of your parents to be dead, you can play as the Witcher, Geralt of Rivia. Or, Leo Messi? If you wanted to roleplay as Short.
Run away, I might just run away. I might just leave it all behind and find another day. Thought it through, good God, I thought it through. And there ain't nothing that I got I ain't willing to lose.
Now that we've seen some male character presets, it's time to take a look at some women. Here I've just picked out 4 of the more popular or interesting ones, and then don't worry, there will be a few more in the honourable mentions afterwards. But first we have the Hanna, a Korean female preset. Additionally, we have Nexus's so far best attempt at creating Daenerys Targaryen in Starfield. Next is a popular character named the Dreaming Inspired Female preset. And finally, if you've seen the latest Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning, you might recognise Klementieff, or also Mantis from the Guardians.
Run away, I might just run away. I might just leave it all behind and find another day. Tell my man I done the best I can, and I know loving him means leaving him alone.
Hey, that was my sandwich.
So now we've got a taste of a few of our main stars, which could theoretically accompany some really interesting gameplay builds, it's time to look at some honourable mentions. First is Sylphy by That Slime 92, Arnold Schwarzenegger by Pobo Bonobo, Jane by Goat Mistress, John Cena by Alvin 91, Nami by Got Yo Cheeks, Riddick by CamFX, female character by SM3411, and Young Male by Kazturn.
Run away, I might just run away. I might just leave it all behind and find another day. Thought it through, good God, I thought it through. And there ain't nothing that I got I ain't willing to lose. Run away, just run away.
Next up is a selection of less specific mods that have released since the game came out. From armors to UI and animations that aim to improve your overall experience in the game. First up is StarUI Inventory, the first of 2 mods by the same author that aims to add more detail and PC-friendly navigation to Starfield's item menus, allowing you to easily sort between keys and missed items for example. And advanced filtering for all objects, which provides a bunch of options if you're trying to find certain items. Additionally, its newer sister mod, StarUI Hud, is designed to alter your heads-up display outside of the inventory menu, that all can be tweaked or changed within its ini files. Next, some armor mods, starting with ground crew variety, coming in amethyst, emerald, garnet, marble, obsidian, and topaz. Next is the legendary Outlaw Starlord armor set for a rogue build. The Ghost Mantis armor, which adorns you with a black and white skull tactical set, the Ronin armor, which will suit a stealthy operative playstyle, and the Bounty Hunter armor for a tankier Brute Militia set. Each of these 4 armors are replacers for the Mantis set, which offer 4 unique and varied armor styles that most players can find use for throughout their playthrough. Next is Improved Blood 4K, which, as the name suggests, replaces the vanilla blood texture with a higher resolution 4K alternative. Bullet Hole Impact additionally adds actual bullet hole decals onto NPCs when you shoot them with ranged weapons, which currently works most of the time. Next is another highly customizable mod aimed to overhaul the dialogue interface. Enhanced Dialogue Interface offers by default a more simplified, less intrusive design for the dialogue menu, which you can customize to your liking, but there are a few presets available, such as the Alive preset, which is aimed to be a more colourful variant, the Post-War Capital Wasteland preset, inspired by Fallout 3, or you can just have the default look while taking advantage of the mod 60fps upgrades from vanilla. Next is a few mods which I personally use which speed up many of the game's animations. This includes ship landing and docking, furniture standing, sitting and crafting, climbing ladders, which also includes mantling speeds, and most importantly airlocks, because they're slow. Each one of these is a separate download and comes with options on speed so you can customize to your liking. But now we've seen some variety, it's time to take a look at an area of modding Starfield that we all knew was bound to happen. Before Starfield even came out, let's be honest, we all thought the same thing. Modders are definitely going to turn that game into Star Wars, and lo and behold, it took the community less than a few weeks to nail down so many Star Wars mods that I can make a whole segment in this first video. So let's go over a few. First is the Galactic Civil War conversion mod, which of course adds a full set of Stormtrooper gear to the game, with its famous white plating and black underarmor. Not only does it add the armor, but it in fact replaces the United Colony armor with it, so the UC Guard will now all be Stormtroopers. And speaking of, we are also going to add the Galactic Empire flag mod, which texture changes the United Colony's flags across the entire city to be a black variant more fitting to the Star Wars Empire. Next we'll need the Stormtrooper voice line mod to make the Guard's lines more consistent.
Seems like the Rebel Alliance is everywhere these days.
And the era name replacer to change the name of the Guards and the armor to Stormtrooper alternatives that'll tie those changes together. Next is an armor mod designed after the Mandalorian Bounty Hunter set, which also comes in 2 extra variants allowing colours for both Boba Fett's and Jango Fett if you prefer those styles. We also have some sound replacers for Jango Fett's blaster, ship lasers, and jetpacks. And finally is, let's be honest, one of the most important parts about playing a Star Wars styled playthrough, and that's the ship you'll call home. The Millennium Falcon Scoundrel Light Transport Ship is a mod which adds described as the Millennium Falcon to the game as your home ship. The mod also provides schematics in order for you to just recreate the ship in your save file if you'd rather build it from scratch, and really does a good job at recreating probably one of the most famous spaceships in all of media in the Starfield engine. And with that mod, along with the others featured in this video, you already, only a few weeks into the game's release, have the starting of a Star Wars total conversion, allowing you to finally live out your dream of playing a large-scale Star Wars RPG in 2023. And with that, that's going to be every mod we're going to cover in this first episode. Thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave mod suggestions down in the comments, as the Starfield modding community is basically in its infancy and the creation kit hasn't even came out yet. I'm sure there will be a few mod authors watching this video, so let them know what you want to see in Starfield, and you might end up seeing it in a future video. Also, if you're in the market for a new PC, then check out my page over at Apex Gaming PCs, where you can select from 3 tiers of gaming rigs fit to my specifications. Use code BURNS at checkout for up to $200 off your purchase. Finally, join our Discord community to keep up to date with everything Heavy Burns, modding, both Skyrim and now Starfield. The link is in the description, but there are some exclusive things available only there, such as my graphical mod list for Skyrim. But that's it from me, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.